Welcome back to Full Beans. Today, we are talking about NASCAR going electric. Rally racing is going where? And the British Grand Prix. Woo! Full Beans!
It's Tuesday, isn't it?
It is.
Like a crumpet.
I would.
I want to corporate.
Oh, hello there.
Oh,
My name's Ozzy.
wow.
This is David. And Frankie over there.
Well,
Welcome.
couple of Yanks with a motorsporting TV show, YouTube show.
American Motorsporting Show.
We tried our best.
Anyways, let's get to the show. As you can see, we got new toys. Ozzy, take it away.
On today's news, we start off with NASCAR creates an electric car with over 1,300 horsepower. Almost forgot my numbers right there. NASCAR debuted an electric prototype at the Chicago Street Race this weekend. It was an exciting race. There was weather involved, and NASCAR is now looking into investing their time into the electric market. This car is a prototype, so it's not to say that NASCAR is going to go into replacing their current cars with an electric car.
Immediately.
This tri-motor powertrain sends 1,341 horsepower to all four wheels. The prototype was built with the input from the automakers who compete in NASCAR currently, Ford, Chevy, Toyota. Also, the team who designed the next-gen car, which is the car that raced in Le Mans 2022, they had their input in there too. So we got to give the credit to those engineers. What's your opinion on this car right here?
Frankie, take it away. As we've stated, our EV expert.
That is true. If you watch our last episode, Indy 1, Frankie is now our current EV expert.
He will be. All electric questions will be directed to Frankie and Frankie only.
3 motors, the 2 wheels in the back have their each motor, and then 1 motor in the front for the 2 wheels in the front.
Yeah.
And then these motors are 6-phase, so don't know if you know what that means. Yeah. David, electrical guy, so he knows what that means. You literally explained it to me one time.
Yeah, I don't remember. I was taking the class, so then I remember. But
regular motors are 3-phase, so this one's 6-phase, so it's more powerful. Yeah, Frankie, give us your thoughts on this one. Good looking car.
Car looks pretty sweet. It kind of looks like it's it would be part of a video game.
See, this
like
is the
super
thing.
far in the future.
This is the thing with electric cars. I hate the fake grills.
Yeah.
The fake grills, and it's like, well, okay, you don't put a grill, then the car looks stupid.
It looks like a Tesla.
So what do
thing.
you do?
Like
I don't know.
Tesla.
I don't know. I'm not a design expert on cars, so.
So would you prefer no grill or fake grill if you had to choose?
See, you have to get up with a good design that's no grill but looks good.
So then you're going no grill.
No grill.
No
No,
grill.
bro, if
No,
it
bro.
looks good.
If it looks good. I mean,
agree.
right now we got a fake grill on this guy,
Yeah,
which
you can tell it's just a wrap.
Which NASCAR is known for their stickers anyways. Their headlight stickers.
It's all stickers.
It's all stickers anyway, so whatever. But
If anything, for NASCAR, it's more appropriate.
it looks normal for
It-
NASCAR.
yeah,
Does.
I'm like, yeah, NASCAR.
I think it looks a little bit more like what is a crossover or those hatchbacky looking cars
Yeah.
than the stock cars. But I mean,
Yeah, it
looks
doesn't look like a stock car.
no.
It looks like a crossover.
Like it could almost be like
Car.
a rally car looking style, right?
I see
So
that.
it's a nice looking car.
Anyways, we're pushing forward the electric school, I guess. I don't know what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I was gonna say the 1,300 horsepower is quite a lot. If you look up a video on this, they did a burnout and it was pretty impressive to see.
The
So
battery probably ran out though.
that's for sure. Battery. They said that this could probably compete like in street races or short oval track. As we know, their EVs are limited by their battery life and the charging time. So, but wanted to bring this up. Good. Looks like all different racing series are going to more electric powertrains. As we saw this weekend, IndyCar debuted their hybrid powertrain. There's a Formula E series where it's just all electric, and then Formula 1 for a while has had the hybrid powertrain as well. So
If Formula 1 goes full electric, You think there's any point in keeping around Formula E?
No point at all, bro.
how
There's
sad.
no point. Dude.
I mean,
sad.
maybe you can consider Formula One being like the main racing event, and Formula E is like where there's like you have
like maybe it's gonna be
like
like
a smaller, just a smaller race version of that.
it's gonna be a supporter series, honestly, if
Yeah.
anything, towards Formula One, because I think that was Formula E in the beginning. They were probably
Which sucks because they were the pioneer.
they were, so that would suck. And Formula E is not just all about electric. I mean, most of it, 95% of it, but they're also about sustainable not sustainable materials, reusable materials, creating the least amount of pollution to the world. So that's also with Formula E. And with this NASCAR was the same kind of goal. They're trying to do something more, less pollution towards the earth. So
I definitely think it could be a development, like a development center, where they try out new technologies and new.
yeah, they try crazy new stuff, huh?
Yeah, they're like, okay, solar powered.
Yeah, let's try it out and see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
yeah, but-
actually, I think that would make it more interesting to watch.
I know, right?
Like if you had to wait for the solar charge to trickle in enough that there's
Yeah,
like
or
a
it'd be
lap
funny
or
they're
something.
racing and then like this guy dies, the battery dies, and then the guy keeps running, and then his battery dies, and this guy charges okay, and then he goes, and it'd just be like,
Yeah.
it'd be a funny race to
Or a
watch.
freaking cloud goes over them and shit.
Yeah,
They start
yeah,
running
yeah.
out like
they put a
brutal.
big old fan out there to blow away the cloud.
Yeah, that would be crazy. So NASCAR going into electric. Like I said, it looks like a rally looking car. For the next subject in the news, now we move on to the segue right here of a rally. That was my intent, at least.
It was not as good as the other day.
No, it was move down, Frankie.
I'm gonna have to keep you to a high standard because of the segue from the other day.
Damn, dude.
Oh, really clean.
I'll keep practicing so I can get better every day, every week. The World Rally Championship
Just as
Series.
NASCAR is transitioning, we are transitioning over to the World Rally Series.
Yeah. The World Rally Championship Series is set to expand to 14 rounds in 2025. I know we don't talk a lot about rally. I don't think we've ever talked about rally. Maybe in our very first episode.
Maybe a couple times.
Which
Which is something that I would like to start. I mean, I watched a little bit of it. It's very entertaining when I do watch it.
yeah. So right now there's only I believe 12 or 13 rounds. So they're adding an extra round, 14 rounds. So you have the opportunity to now watch it more, David.
Okay, thank you.
Then the addition of the Paraguay and Saudi Arabia to the calendar is will bring the number of flyaway rounds to 5, joining Chile, Kenya, and Japan. So mostly of these rally races, they're in Europe. So there's not a lot of races outside of Europe. So that's why this is kind of important, because now we have 2 more races that are going to be outside of Europe. The last race was in Poland, and we see there's a lot of Finnish, I think, drivers. Is that the right thing?
I think last year's world champion was a Finnish driver for Red Bull, something like that.
Yeah, so the new calendar is expected to release later this year, and as the motorsports continue to grow in the States, could we possibly see a rally race in North America, like Canada, the States?
I think
or
the
Mexico?
U.S. would be a prime spot
Yeah.
for a rally series. I mean,
Where would you pick for the rally race to be? Yosemite, Grand Canyon.
Well, we got Pikes.
Pikes Peak.
Pikes Peak.
Yeah.
Which will probably be I
Dead
mean,
sentence?
I think they do rally events there now. It's
not part of the
World Rally Championship. So
Yeah.
that's already one that's like super well known. Probably could get some in Baja. Get some rally down in Baja California.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I
Texas.
think we got lots of places to do. Well, Texas is very flat.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You'd have
it'd
to
be
racing through some farms or something. Yeah, dude.
You be busting through cow fields.
Yeah, Canada would be an interesting spot
Canada
too.
has a lot of spots that it could.
Mexico, anywhere, bro. Honestly, dude.
Yeah, I mean, you could just drive on the streets. You got to be dodging potholes that are the size of some small kiddie pools.
Yeah, imagine Pueblo through Pueblo, just they're driving through. That'd be
Dude,
crazy, dude.
You got to run across some sheep every once in a while.
Yeah, rally racing is pretty exciting. I don't know why we don't have a race closer over here towards North America. I've seen like a few videos, and their crashes are pretty intense, dude. It's like
No, the videos that I've seen are crazy. Where like, the guy, I don't know their positions. I don't know what they're called, driver and director,
or something
pilot
like that.
and mapper.
Yeah.
I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map.
Your
I'm
favorite
the
show?
map. Yeah, it was. So I don't know their position, but it's funny when they're like, yelling out, the directions or like, hard right coming up, hard left.
Yeah.
And then the guy's like, please don't kill us. Please don't kill us. He's like, I got it. There's some funny videos.
There's some close calls where they
Dude,
hit a tree or a stump or a rock, dude. Because like these roads are like, they're not paved. Yeah, maybe they've driven over them, but there's still a lot of potholes, like David said. There's a lot of rocks everywhere. There could be a tree. There was one, I think, where I saw like a telephone pole. They hit a telephone pole and the telephone pole fell on top of their roof. There was one video where this guy crashes and he was holding onto his notebook. And the notebook went like flying off and was going to go into the driver's eye and he snatched it mid crash. It's cool to see. Well, it's a cool series to watch.
Carlos Sainz Sr. this year, didn't he win Dakar? I think he won Dakar this year.
Yeah, dude.
So that's pretty impressive for a guy that age to be out
doing
there.
that.
It has to be more nerve-wracking to watch your dad in rally rather than your son in F1.
I know. I wonder how it feels like if you're in the car. Does it feel less dangerous than you're?
Absolutely, it feels less dangerous.
Any rally car racer out there, me and David and Frankie would love to sit in the passenger seat of a car and drive us around there.
I don't know. Hanging on tight to my harness, but I would like it.
Going 140 miles per hour.
Continuing references from last week, from the Indy episode, there was this on the Amazing Race this past season. They did a rally event where they stuck the contestant on the passenger seat, and then obviously the driver does the track, and then the contestant had to go and like they had a bunch of jigsaw pieces, and they had to put them in the right place to form the track.
Oh, damn.
So they had to memorize the track while being on it.
Yeah.
So it was an interesting episode, and I was like, that sounds like a fun event on the race.
Yeah, we got to try that out and do a challenge like that. So we got to find some rally drivers out there to take us out for a spin on that. So yeah, that's those races are pretty exciting. But our next subject is going to be even more exciting.
The most exciting segment on this show.
Every month we wait for this moment to happen, and of course, this happens to be the day we have another Bottas calendar review. As you know, Bottas came out with the calendar. We believe it's for prostate cancer. YouTube, don't cancel us. And Frankie, take it away with that. Take it away with the Bottas calendar review here. What we got for the month of July?
We are getting...
Another nice little nature.
A little horseback riding.
Is that a pony?
That's a pony, dude.
Where is that stick? Ooh,
it just
that
disappears.
stick is
it's in the prime spot, dude.
I'm jealous of that stick, to be quite honest.
wants to be the stick.
Yeah.
I want to be the stick. I would definitely want to be that stick right there.
So that old,
very distinguished.
That toy you used to use to ride around being a cowboy, Bottas has taken it to another level.
Yeah.
And sending a message out there that he's...
What a hat he's got on. What
glasses.
What a scene is set.
Nice scene, nice peaceful look. So
perfect mustache.
Yeah. Now we get to see this one for a few more weeks. So make sure you tune in here for Full Beans so you can check out the next Bottas calendar.
You know what we should do at the end of the season, or at the end of the year, I guess? We should do a favorite. We should
vote.
Yeah, vote on which one is the favorite one. I mean, there's some good ones. There's some good cheeks in there.
We are now halfway through the Bottas calendar review, so hopefully it comes out with the 2025 one.
I mean, I'd be for it.
Yeah, we would all be for it. Yeah. So Bottas, keep up with those.
Keep out those cheeks, Bottas.
Yeah.
Don't hide them from everyone.
Now we move on to the exciting British Grand Prix. Everybody's been waiting for this one, just because in the pre-race interviews, both Verstappen and Norris downplayed the incident, acknowledging that it was a silly mistake from the Austrian Grand Prix, that they have no issues with each other. They both emphasized their commitment to racing hard and fair, and a lot of us are speculating a similar incident might occur this weekend. What did you guys think of going into this weekend? Tensions were kind of high.
I mean, them being on the second row, I wanted to see a little crash on turn one. I wanted to see a crash where all four crash on turn one.
Yeah, that would have been amazing, dude.
That would have been good because I don't like the British because I don't like that they can have good racers and they win at their home Grand Prix. I don't like it, and the reason I don't like it is because I'm jealous. I don't like that. I don't like that this weekend their team went to the semifinals of the Euro. I don't like that their team is good.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like him. Pure jealousy, to be honest. And I was hoping that Max would do us all a favor and take out all 3 British drivers with one go.
Yeah.
I couldn't take that all 3 of them were good up there. Again, out of pure jealousy. I don't like them.
Like you mentioned, the British were up in the front. 2 of them were Mercedes drivers. They locked out the front row. Is Mercedes back? Can we say, is it safe to say, are they back?
Back-to-back wins.
Back-to-back wins. And before, they've been showing that they've been pretty strong. So can we, I think they're back, dude. They look solid.
I don't think they're back, but I think they're close to it. I think McLaren are still ahead of them in terms of what the fight that they're putting up to the singular Red Bull. And I don't think they're back, but I think they're close to being back.
Well, I guess we're going to have to find out. So make sure you tune in every single week to see whether they're back on top or was it a phase or a spike that they had, right? Go ahead, Dave.
I was just going to continue with the race, that it was a very exciting race.
Yeah.
As we love here on Full Beans, wet races are always the best.
Exactly. Like you mentioned, the weather was going to play a big role in this race. There's a high chance of rain. What's your thoughts?
I was going to say that it's exciting, the rain, because you never know who's going to win. You have different people at the top, taking lead changes and all that stuff, and which is something that has happened week in, week out on Indy. So, shameless Indy plug. It was a very exciting race. I don't know. What did you think? There was mistakes made? Do you think? Well, what do you think about the strategies that played out?
I think for the most part, man, these strategists and these teams have this weather thing under control, dude. Because this race, there was very, very little mistakes made by the teams. I believe they made all the right stops at the right times, except for McLaren and Piastri, which eventually ruined his chance to win the race by staying out one more lap.
Okay, that's where like you're saying, I think like that they got it down. I don't know what that call was from McLaren, because we can say hindsight was 2020, but like when they're talking about, they're not going to double stack, I'm like, why not double? They're going to lose 3 seconds, 4 seconds. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not that much time compared to staying out another lap.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought that was a ridiculous decision from McLaren. I don't know what it was. Usually they're pretty good with these kind of decisions, team decisions too. They're pretty good with. They're not Ferrari, where the Ferrari has tended to, make bad decisions at bad times. Ferrari were not at the races this week, and I don't know. I thought that was a bad decision from McLaren, where they could have. I think they could have taken home a 1-2.
Yeah, McLaren. It looks like they're sacrificing Piastri for Lando Norris. That's how it looked to me, dude.
Well, it didn't make sense because Norris was ahead of him. So what sacrifice would Piastri making? Because he didn't hold up anyone. He didn't do anything.
Okay, let's say he stayed out and he actually didn't lose time. And then maybe he was going to be able to, I don't know, hold up the drivers in front of Norris or something like that. I don't know. I'm going to bring that up because every time this circumstance happens where they have Norris and Piastri up at the top, it looks like Piastri always gets the short end of the stick. And Lando Norris is the one that is able to, they give the better strategy towards him. Because at this point, right before they pit Lando Norris for these inters, Piastri was catching Lando Norris.
Well, I agree with you that it seems that maybe, and you have to favor one of the drivers, right? Only because one of them is better, and I think Norris does tend to have more pace, race pace. So I understand that, but this time that's what I'm saying. I find it hard to find where sacrificing Piastri would have where putting Piastri on the same strategy as Lando would have hurt him, in terms of Piastri was behind him. The double stack would hurt Piastri if anything. It would hurt him less than what they did. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I thought that was I don't understand that call. I don't know what was going through their minds.
Yeah, at that moment, even though the race already happened, it's hard to see Piastri, still stay out because everybody else was coming in. So I think even at that moment, it made more sense for him to come in when Lando did. So I don't know.
know. That was weird.
Yeah, that was a weird one. Go back to the other tab, Frankie. So then, once the rain passes, all the top 3 drivers they pit for slick tires. Hamilton was here. Hamilton had pit a lap earlier than Lando Norris, and Hamilton and Verstappen pit at the same time. And Hamilton pit for softs, Norris on softs, and Verstappen.
Hamilton pit for soft, only having a set of softs and a set of hards.
Yeah.
Which is important, right? Because Norris had a set of all 3, I think. Mm-hmm. Verstappen says, as you're saying, Verstappen pits for hards. What do you think about that decision?
I think what that means, one of the questions I was going to bring up, does McLaren let their drivers have too much influence on the team? Because Norris was the one that made that decision to go on softs.
Yeah, and I think the issue, everyone's saying, McLaren specifically were better on mediums. So the logical choice would have been to be on mediums. As you're saying, do the drivers have too much influence? I mean, obviously I don't know, right? We don't hear everything, but the information.
McLaren,
yeah,
because Norris has a lot of influence. It looks like lately with the McLaren team and the McLaren engineers, which is important, which is good. But it looks like whatever Norris says, they go with that strategy, right?
What I was gonna say is I mean, obviously he's the driver, he's out there, but from what I heard with the radios that they gave us, it didn't sound like they gave him enough information to make that decision. Like they were like, do you want softs to cover Hamilton or mediums to cover Verstappen? Mm-hmm. Right? And I don't know if that was... I think he needed more information. Like, I don't know. I felt like he needed more information
from that. My point is that...
obviously he wanted to cover off Hamilton because Hamilton was in first.
My point is that they don't make him make the decision. They give him information and then the engineer and the strategist, they make the decision and they just hear what Norris says and use whatever feedback Norris gives the engineer, then they use that to make their decision. Because they have strategists, right? So they give Norris all the information they need. So is Norris the strategist? I wouldn't.
Well, I don't know. I don't think it's every time whatever Norris decides, because obviously
it seems like it.
Well, we don't. Do you have all the information?
Huh?
Do you have all the data in front of you?
All the data that I have from that's.
Yeah, but you're biased to that data now.
Because that's all the data I have.
But but that's in your head. That is all the data you have.
Yeah.
But you're biased to only picking up that data.
Yeah.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. You have a bias to that data.
No, it's just my conclusion because of the data I have.
You're not understanding.
Yes.
Anyways.
Yes, I am.
I think obviously it was the wrong decision going to softs. I think on the mediums, he takes the victory, takes the win.
Yeah, I think if he had the mediums, he would have definitely had a better shot to fight Hamilton. Hamilton ended up winning the British Grand Prix. I think it wasn't that bad. We're not the biggest Hamilton fans here.
I mean, it was a good performance from him.
Yeah, but I think this was a hard-fought victory as far as like the last years he's had. Being like had the 2021 championship taken away from him, and then going to the next year, he had a horrible car with that porpoising. Like we already know the story behind that, and then them slowly but surely building up their car, and now to win at his home Grand Prix, it was a pretty good heartwarming, I think, victory for everybody in the F1 world, because he was at a point where he was like, do I even have it anymore to be competing against these guys? And nice to see that he does, actually. He wins the British Grand Prix. What did you think on that victory with Hamilton?
I mean, I think it was a good victory. I think he did everything he could. I think conspiracy time, I think Mercedes told Russell that he had an issue so that they would only focus on Hamilton, so they can give him a goodbye win at his home Grand Prix, and Russell will get his chance at other times.
Yeah, I'm fortunate to see Russell get DNF on that.
It's just, I mean, he's a 7-time champ. Like, a lot of people hate on Verstappen now because he's like, he wins every race, but like, I had to sit through years of Hamilton winning every freaking race. Mm-hmm. So it's a good win from him. Good to see him, get a goodbye win with Mercedes at his home Grand Prix.
Any last comments on the race?
I mean, I hope we get more racing like this, where it's like we have This is the sixth race winner of the season, I think, something like that. Hopefully we continue to get multiple race winners. Hopefully Checo can do something right for once in his racing career at this point. Sargent had a decent result in 11th.
Mm-hmm. Congrats to Nico Hulkenberg.
Yeah, Haas again in the points.
He finishes 6th place just like he did last week. So good job to him. The Haas finishing in front of the Aston Martins.
Do you think with Leclerc finishing in 14th, Hamilton lapping him at some point, I think. You think he's like, shit?
I think it's more of like Mercedes having a going up, right? And it looks like Ferrari going down. Is he regretting that decision to go to
I don't know, because
Ferrari?
Because that Newey announcement is coming.
It is.
They just got rid of their own technical director, Ferrari, so
yeah,
that spot is open.
Our favorite guy out there, Jeremy Clarkson.
Oh yeah, I was gonna get to that.
He gave an insight on who of Adrian Newey possibly going, and he was looking for houses. I'm not sure where it was, Oxford or something like that. And is that hinting that he's not going to go to Ferrari? Is he going to stay in here with the British team? Where is Oxford? What team is in here?
But 8 of the teams are based in England, so most of them are based there.
Yeah, so we'll see. Maybe Jeremy Clarkson.
Clarkson also, strategical mastermind that he is, before the race.
Absolutely.
Did you see that?
No.
Where they asked him, who do you think is going to win? He goes, well, if there's rain, he's like, my money's on the old dogs of Hamilton or Alonso. Mm-hmm. He knew it.
He knew because he's old, so he knows more than us. Yeah.
Absolute genius.
Yeah. Leclerc, Checo, they finished towards the end because obviously they went on the tires at the wrong time.
How many pits did they do?
Probably like 3 or 4.
Can we see that?
It was terrible. So I know there was a lot of talk with Checo possibly getting replaced with Danny Ricciardo is the big one. Complete BS. I don't understand what
I don't think that's actually a rumor. Like, I don't think that's actually being talked about. Only because that makes, like you're saying.
Do you have all the information?
No.
So you're biased towards that decision, no?
You don't understand what I was saying.
Exactly. So on that bombshell,
on this
Full Beans
doesn't know what he's talking
signing
about.
out. See you guys later.